Yeah, what's up, y'all? We out here kicking it off with that podcast. You know how we do it out here on the Tunnel Vision. We coming out here. This your boy C Brown chilling with Ms. Ike right here to my right. Yeah, you can't see him, but we out here giving this podcast. And what I'm gonna say is, yeah, we're gonna give you some raw shit. And this raw shit that we're giving you, we don't know if this is gonna be a no rhyme, no reason, but basically,
call it no rhyme, no reason, because this is extremely candid. Please,
you want to?
It's no rhyme, no reason, man.
No rhyme, no reason, but
it's too candid.
Basically, we're gonna
too raw.
We're diving back into Star Wars news because it's about that time, y'all. And Star Wars will be coming out in December, I believe. I'm not really sure. So hopefully this will bring us news. Yeah, I know it's getting a little weird because this is a promptu show. We won't plan it for this, but how we do this is how we do this, people. And yeah.
Yeah. What's going on? Can y'all hear me? You know, mic check 1 2 1 2.
Sorry. What we're gonna get into is we were talking about how Rogue One should have been the original movie. Oh, the original. Yeah, hold on. The original movie should have been Rogue One. And I'm saying, what was it? 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, 6, yeah.
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6 shouldn't have came. It should have came out, but I believe Rogue One would have been better for the simple fact that how everyone died, and then they were talking about the Death Star, and Darth Vader showed up, and everybody was fearing him. I think that would have been a great setup for the franchise for the simple fact that it's like, yo, there's so much you gotta explain. It's like, who's Darth Vader? Why does everybody fear him? Why does everybody respect him?
Yeah.
And then what is the Death Star? And what is all these different factions and stuff? So I think it would have been interesting to have that to be the first movie. And then also for it being Rogue One, you never know about Luke, Leia, none of them people. So when you brought them in, that would have brought more people to the series for the simple fact that you weren't waiting to finish a story. You were basically starting a new story amongst the story that you already got. And it would have started making sense for the simple fact that you got Rogue One, and Rogue One was kind of told at the middle point of this whole situation.
Yeah.
So then you would have had to go backwards and forwards to make Rogue One make sense. And it would have gave them more of a wide array to fill and portray these movies. Also, with that said, I think that would have eliminated the prequel 3.
No.
It would have.
No.
It would have.
No. It wouldn't have eliminated prequel 3. I would have, like I was saying,
it would have reconstructed them wholeheartedly.
Yeah, no, it would have made them different. It would have made them not less about the Skywalker. It would have made them less about the Skywalker family. It would have been less. It would have been more about just how the Empire started. That could have been more broad. Council. Yeah, all that. But the thing about it is, we had a conversation because this conversation came about. We was talking, and I was telling the homie, that we were talking, and I told him, I said, yo, I rewatched Rogue One. And I was like, yo, low-key Rogue One, regardless of the mythology part, because I get it, like, franchises have this part of the movies where they explain, like, how everything happens. So, like, Predator explains, pieces of the Predator movies explain what the Predator is. Pieces of the Alien movies explain what Alien is. Like, Star Wars comes with the Force, the lightsabers, the Jedi. And all those things do matter. But in my mind, I feel like regardless of the mythology part, I said to him, which was something he said months ago, if you go back and check, because he definitely said this, that Rogue One might be the best Star Wars movie, and I'll do this just to lighten our load. Star Wars is the best movie from our generation, like from our time frame. That's the prequels, that's the 3, and then the 7 and 8 that's coming now. So it's the best out of those 5. 6.
And another thing that I don't like, and I know there's probably some people, because I don't want to say the word nerds, because when you say nerds, you start offending people, but there's a lot of people that liked the political shows or the political outreachings of these Star Wars movies.
I do like the prequel part when they show it, though.
I think, personally, I think, this is me, this would have also gave them more branding and more whatever, more merchandising. I think that the politicals or the political sides of these battles that we didn't see or we did see. I think they should have took them out and made all the political behind the scenes stuff straight to DVD. So what all we got? No, hold on, but let me get you there before you make your statement. Because on the big screen, we should have had all the visual effects and all the battles and all the wars and all the fightings. And then if you wanted
to know how I got
when
there,
they put out these mega collections, you throw in these political short.
So the scenes when they're sitting there talking.
Yeah, like the political short films. So then you can be like, okay, this is the political
triggers and shit.
The proceedings that led up to these wars. Because I think that at least in the prequel 3, all the political stuff slowed down the movie so much that you got disengaged in it.
But there's deep stuff in the political thing.
That's what I'm saying. When they came out with these mega collections, like these box sets, they could have put out short political films.
Yeah, just had the little council, the Jedi council.
Bridged the battles and bridged the animosity. Yeah. So you could be like, oh, you can watch this shit. We're not going to force you to watch it, but if you watch it, because you know people was going to buy these mega collections and these box sets, so you would have the option to watch them, but you weren't forced to. Because all Star Wars is based off galactical fight scenes. If you were in the spaceships, if you were on the ground in the droids or the Chewbacca's or lightsabers, it was based on galactical battles. And you know that shit. That's what they should have focused on.
But the thing about it is, well, the prequels have a problem that has always been there, and that is the political talk. I remember I was looking at people talking about the problem of the prequels is there was so much political talk. The political talk does make sense, and I know in a modern, this is the thing I'm thinking you're looking at it as if they gave you the helm to like do it, and with me, I don't disagree at all. Like 100% agree with you, but at 100% I agree with you that I would have made those back pieces to explain how everything happened. Yeah. But at the same time, I understand that they had to show that, because what happens is, what I think he was trying to do was, and I don't know for sure, but this is what I would think. I'm thinking you show a movie that came out in the 70s, I say 80s. Everybody always equates them to the 80s, even the first one came out 78. Well, it was 80s. Yeah. So you call it an 80s movie, 80s films. What happens, they were explaining that this was a society that had broken down, and that society had been broken down based off of whatever political process had been put together. And I think that a part of the prequel, which I don't fault him for, the talking about the government shit. I fought him because I don't get as much as I want to get out of it. But all I was gonna say is this: what he did was he tried to do something that most people don't do. When you do a post-apocalyptic type of movie, you never show how the society has gotten to that point. So I think that what he tried to do was have the society talk about that point to a point where you understood what the big heads and the big wiz was thinking as it was declining.
All right, hold up. To combat what you just said,
right or wrong,
I hear you, but I'll meet you halfway. What I'm saying is, the political debacles took away from what we really wanted to see. And at the end of the day, that was battles. Prime example, I'll give you two. One, everybody, I haven't met one person yet has said that the Darth Maul fight was too quick. Nobody has said, oh, that was greater than Love's Link. It wasn't. It wasn't long enough. He died too quick. Also, everybody was waiting for Yoda to fight. His fight was short. Because of what? They were focusing on the political stuff. I don't mind you putting it in the movie, but what I'm saying is, give me shorter amounts of it. And in the box sets, give me the extended version.
Can I agree? So can I agree with you? Can I agree with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I agree with you for a second? I do agree with you. I remember on a lot of the movies that came out that was post-apocalyptic in the 70s and 80s, even governmental society films who talked about how society was going, not necessarily like science fiction or not necessarily in the future, would spend the movie extending the time explaining where we were as in a society. Yeah. I almost wish, I'm agreeing with you, I almost wish that in the first part of the trilogy, they did that then. Because that's a society, and at the same time, we get Logan's Run. They explain society. We get Network, which is a movie that has nothing to do with post-apocalyptic, but they explain how society thinks.
Yeah.
All those movies like that actually do bring out that concept of talking about where the people are and where we want to stir people so we can like continue to rule. So he almost would have done it just if he did in the beginning, but if he had done it in the beginning back then, the franchise would be nothing. They wouldn't have done it. Like, so I'm playing devil's advocate. Both sides. I wish I could go back and see them talking.
Cause my thing is like, I don't mind it being in there, but I don't want to see that as the focal point of a movie. If you're gonna make a Star Wars movie, and seeing that we're in the point where they're dissecting it and every piece is getting a movie, make a movie about the political society of the Star Wars universe. But don't shove it in a film where I'm expecting action and now I'm seeing footage of debacles.
I'm agreeing with you again, and I know people don't have a lot of views of us agreeing with a whole bunch of shit we saying because it's a whole bunch of us talking shit. But you know, like, we just be like, no man, I don't. Because we be debating, but instead of the Han Solo film, I wish we got a movie about the government after Rogue One. Remember the government we see in the prequels? When we see them talking about the government and what we're trying to do with the society? I would love to see a movie right after Rogue One, what the rebels did, and then a governmental movie explaining, hey, we're going to handle this shit. They have the plans. But we need to talk about the further problems that can come. And then they could go back now and still foreshadow all the Star Wars movies we like, Force Awakens and all of them.
But
wouldn't that be cool, though?
I feel
that would be dope, though.
But to tag on what you're saying, to add on more emphasis, prime example, Rogue One, the action in that was great, and they had very minimum political stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We're getting into the era where we have the technology to show these battles.
I got you.
And we have the choreographers and the stuntmen to do these battles. So let's build off of that train of Rogue One, because Rogue One was beautifully actionally done.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you how.
Because Force Awakens action was
I know. I'm not going to disagree. What I'm going to say is this. This is a video about us agreeing. I know y'all niggas never get those.
So far.
But anyway, what I was going to say is this. I was watching the documentary that was on the box set of the original trilogy, the one I told you I had. I'm going to give you the disc just to watch, okay?
But see, that's what I was talking about.
But
go ahead.
But what I was going to say is about the disc, like when they show it in the video, when George Lucas is talking about the fire, like the storm, like the not stormtroopers, but the films when they're fighting in the air, the aerial
assaults.
The aerial assaults, he modeled it off of World War II footage. And then, if you guys have the box set, the original box set, in the documentary, they show him and they show the footage. They show the footage that he was trying to get them to model, and then the footage that they made, and it was literally like he got them to do it shot for shot, except this is a real plane and this is a fucking stormtrooper plane. You know what I'm saying? It's a different. So the guy who made Rogue One, he said when he made Rogue One, which I love the thought process of this shit. When he made Rogue One, he said, all right, I'm going to model this movie off of a World War II movie. That's why when you see them running in that sand and it's like palm trees and it's in the Greenland, it looks like fucking Korea or some area that is World War II, like an area where U.S. troops would be in World War II. So like he took that small part and manipulated that shit, because I was watching it and there was a point that I know my grandfather, he loves war films. If I played him Rogue One, like the last hour and a half of Rogue One, he'd be like, this is like a World War II movie I used to watch, except it's in color. So they killed it with the combat side. I would love to see after, and I know Han Solo's going to be something unique, and I'm not going to discredit Han Solo. Shout out to everybody who's doing that, but I like it. But I would have loved to see the political response movie after what the people in Rogue One did.
Also, I like to see another thing that a lot of people that are ignoring or not really paying attention to the religious mythology behind all this, because there was a lot of religious undertones in Rogue One that a lot of people didn't really pay attention to.
Yeah.
The dude was leading by blind faith, and he was quoting Jedi stuff, and he wasn't even a Jedi. So I would have loved to see
yes.
his story,
oh my, yeah,
that
yo,
whole religious mythology,
shit.
Because that would be dope.
That'd have been shit.
Yeah, you
that
killed
my
him
nigga
off, but
shit's dope.
that would be another solo story. You don't even have to connect it. Basically, just make it lead up to us seeing him in Rogue One. So then you don't have to make a part 2 to Donnie Yen's story in that movie.
I got to Donnie Yen though.
Just make it lead up to Rogue One and just drop the mic, because I loved it. It was so short, but it was tasteful. So I would have loved for them to make a movie about him and his co-partner, dig into their religious mythology, and like a buddy cop film for them
I would, because
then let it go.
The thing about this is, what you're asking for,
they're giving us great characters and they're killing them all. Like they did my nigga Darth Maul.
Can you say it one more time for the camera?
They killed my nigga Darth Maul, dog.
No, that's not the real phrase. Say it one more time.
They killed my nigga Darth Maul.
No, you don't say Darth when you say the phrase.
Oh, they killed my nigga Maul, dog.
All right, cool. So what I was gonna tell you is this. I'm
about to cry this though, man. Stop running me down memory lane.
But I was gonna tell you is what I think about it is.
That was straight some Book of Eli stuff. Yeah. That all did.
Oh shit, yeah, it was. Anyway, so what they did with the movie is they basically. Disney is, excuse me, let me just get myself together.
They were sticking shit in Rogue One. They were trying to fix shit. Hold on. They were trying to fix.
I got you.
I'm just saying.
I know you're angry.
Hold on. No, let me. Because they was in Rogue One, they was trying to fix shit that they had fucked up in other movies. But then they fucked up because that whole cast, that whole movie, we knew everybody's gonna die.
Okay.
So they picked the wrong film to fix shit.
No, they did try to do that, but let me tell you what they did do. They wasn't trying to fix the shit. They were trying to make a change on the shit that they got rid of. So basically when they bought, remember when we saw all those Star Wars books that were made in the 80s, made in the 70s, made in the 90s? When Disney came and bought it and made Force Awakens, they said none of these are canon, which means that for y'all niggas, I mean, we know because we talk about shit like this all the time, but canon means it doesn't count no more.
Nah.
It don't count no more. So what happens is they tried to make a movie that took the best pieces out of all those books and kept them. So you keep the part how the Force is abstract and the Force is just willpower. And then you try to keep the part where like you try to get rid of all the shit that was important. Like that's what they did.
I'll even go bigger than that. I'll make a bigger statement than that shit. They made Rogue One to reestablish their fan base.
They just start over.
Put out Rogue One to be like, we know we've been fucking up and giving you shit. We've been giving you these hot ass mixtapes that have been hot shit, meaning movies. Like we're sorry, but we still got it in us. We can still give you a great Star Wars movie, because the last couple of Star Wars movies they haven't been banged all the way through. So they had to hit us with something to be like, yo, we still got it.
Can I tell you something? That
we can still put out a good Star Wars.
Just to start closing it out. Can I say something? This is a question to close it out. But we're gonna still talk about. Were they successful? Because they weren't.
Rogue One was, but they got. All right, I'll say this.
Was Rogue One successful? No, this is a Rogue One. Was Rogue One successful?
Wait, I'm gonna do your two-parter. If they would have stopped and did nothing after Rogue One, they'd be fine. It'd be, and I'm not saying stop the franchise, but I'm saying if they didn't have already movies in slate that we knew about, if we didn't know anything was coming out and Rogue One was the last thing that they had planned on their calendar that we knew about, I'd be completely fine. I'd be like, you've told all your story, you went back, you went forward, you told us Rogue One, I'd be completely fine. But you can't say that they back on the top because they got 2 movies coming out. And if they fucking suck and Rogue One is still the shit, you can't give me something sweet and then give me 2 shit movies. You got Han Solo coming out, or Solo, and then you got the damn Star Wars movie that's coming out in December.
Okay.
So you set the bar too high for Rogue One. You got to come correct now, because you've shown us that you can do it. You've shown us that you can give us a quality Star Wars movie.
For Han Solo, it was Ron Howard. I can bang with Ron Howard. He's a good director.
I'm just saying. So you can't keep giving us shit, dog. They can't keep giving us shit. That's all I'm saying. Because they gave us Rogue One. So now you ain't got no excuse. You can't be like, oh, well, this, that, and this, and this, that, and another. No, nigga. We seen what you could do. So it ain't like you ran out of ideas and you don't have the creative juices anymore and you ain't got the right team because you gave us Rogue One. So now you can't give us any excuses. You got to build forward. You got to keep building.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Shut up. Focus. That's all I'm saying, dog. These next two movies got to be on par with Rogue One or above Rogue One.
Y'all excuse the technical difficulties. Something the camera fell over. It's no rhyme, no reason.
The mic? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something happened. But what I was gonna tell you is this:
they gotta come with it, man.
They gotta come with it.
They better bring my nigga Darth Maul back saying that they talking about they gonna fix shit. He better have some robotic legs or something.
Well, they might.
They better.
I don't know.
They better. They freaking better.
Darth Maul. I would love to see a story about Darth Maul, which I know they've gone back and actually fixed in the Disney cartoon shows, which is canon now, because they've distracted ourselves from the old ones that exist and said none of it means anything, which I hated that. If I was Disney and somebody had put all that time into a franchise, I would have just been like, yeah, all of it's real, but we own it now. Fuck you niggers. Why would you not say that?
Also, another thing to throw out there, Shelly and Mike asked you in the last video, and I'm going to ask you again because I fully agree. Do you think they should have named it Han Solo or keep it Solo? Leave a comment down below and let us know how you feel.
You saw that shit? Yeah, I mean, I know you saw it, but I'm just saying, like,
just saying.
What you think?
Me?
Hold on.
I'll say this.
This is a Star Wars episode.
I know I'm going to say some disrespectful shit and people going to be mad. Han Solo was never a nigga on my radar.
Han Solo is not...
I fuck with Chewie before I fuck with Han Solo.
Han Solo... And that brings me to what I was going to say. Han Solo is not the second prequel movie I want after Red. Because this is what I'm thinking.
Hold on.
I know. Hold on. I know what you're talking about. Hold on. I got you. Trust me.
Where's the Mace Windu movie
I got you. Trust me. But what I was going to say is this.
Where the Yoda movie at? All right, go ahead.
These movies, A Star Wars Story, which is these anthology films that are out to the side, after Rogue One, which is so great...
You should have had a year to get in this movie.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
That's going backwards. But
no, it's not, because it's still following order.
I know. But the thing about it is, I don't think the next movie, the follow Rogue One, I don't think The Last Jedi follows Rogue One. I feel like the next Star Wars film follows Rogue One, which is the one that's like the one that has nothing to do with everything, which is Solo. I think the next movie of that should have been on its own. I feel like I wanted to see the aftermath of what happened. That should have been the next movie. I know Han Solo's a great character. We love him, and I like Harrison Ford. He's a good guy.
You're reaching.
He's a good guy, but
before seeing the Han Solo movie, I would have liked to see an Ewok movie or a Chewbacca movie with all his people.
They got Ewok movies. Don't watch ones from the 80s that was on TV.
I'm talking about now.
The Christmas specials?
Man, check out them. This ain't Charlie Brown.
They already exist.
Like I said,
the Ewok movies exist. Have you seen them?
All right,
hold on. One second.
No,
it's not about Star Wars. It's not about Star Wars. Hold on. Let me set it up. Let me set it up for a second. Sidebar.
Niggas.
Hold it. No, you got it, but hold on.
Light skin, go ahead.
We're going from light to dark, man. I'm going to talk first. But I'm not doing it. What I'm going to say is this. No. I've watched terrible movies.
Oh, we all have.
With C. We've watched terrible films. I want him to watch the Ewok Adventure with me. And then we do a show on that. Since he talking about Ewoks existing. We already saw the trash-ass Fantastic Four movie from the 1990s.
Hold up.
So, we should do that. And when we do that, we'll do a show about that. So,
hold up.
Ewok shit, get it away. We'll get it away. I'm going
to throw another thing out there to the community, to the viewers, to the powers that be. And I want to challenge DC for the Aquaman movie. And I know y'all didn't see this coming, but I'm about to blow your mind with this. Mike don't even know I'm about to say this.
I don't.
I challenge DC movies right now to, when they do the Aquaman movie, to have better aqua scenes than the prequel 3. Cause that underwater village in the prequel 3 was the shit.
Which prequel 3?
The prequel with Jar Jar Binks and them.
Oh.
When they went underwater and they went to that underwater city.
Nigga, you might lose because they actually might have that.
I'm just saying. So DC, watch your films, nigga. We still remember that out there.
Yeah,
it was.
I don't know if the.
But they gotta step their level up.
I don't know if the company as far as.
When did that?
I don't know. No.
That movie came out like 2002.
Yeah. I don't know if the DC film company is personified as a black man that likes to hear the Ebonic term known as beloved, as we like to say, nigger. I don't know if you want to do that.
I'm just saying. Okay, excuse me, sir. People. Whoever you are.
I like this one.
Who are y'all? Whatever y'all doing. I'm just saying, DC, if you're watching this video, if your intern is watching this video, and you got to go tell your manager upstairs in the boardroom that ain't going to listen to you or let you in the room, tell them, hey, maybe we need to watch these prequel 3 because maybe...
Yo, but I heard that...
Maybe our Aquaman underwater scene isn't on tack.
No, I heard that the Aquaman scenes are on point. Have you seen the pictures?
Nah, I don't want to. I want to ruin it.
First, okay, hold on. Before we all... How can you blame them if you haven't seen them?
That's a man.
I saw one.
I'm talking about when the movie come out.
Let me tell you what I did see. Can I tell you what I saw?
Because Batman vs Superman had some good pictures in the movie.
Can I tell you what I saw? What I saw was Jason Manoa, whatever the nigga name is.
Jason Momoa?
Jason Momoa. Jason...
that nigga Maui?
Anybody in the black community would call that nigga Jason Bonet. But Jason Bonet... Jason Bonet, he has like a holster that's green screen, and it's like... They do it with electronics, and he's like literally moving, like... And then they put the... Like... So it does look really well. It does look really good.
Also, another thing I'm going to throw out there, because we're in the middle mark of this, leave a comment down below.
We're almost done.
Yeah, hit that like, hit that share button. Another thing I want y'all to leave down there in the comments below. Seeing that Thor is busted out the gates with full guns blazing, do you think Justice League in a couple of weeks is going to be able to top it, match it, or sink? Let us know below.
You know what I think? I think you, me, and my sister, we should go see Justice League.
All right, we'll do that.
You know what? The squad, the part of the Reckless is like squad. We should all go as a goddamn group unit.
Leave the comments down below.
We should go as a group unit.
Leave the comments down below if you want a live action review after the Justice League movie. If y'all want to see that, hear that, leave comments down below. Share it, like it, tag us, whatever. Like hashtag, we want to see that, we want to hear that. That's what you need to do.
We got y'all, but
because we trying to review stuff out there, and we do this show for y'all. Yeah, we do it for us, but we do it for y'all. Right now, we're sitting in my truck chilling. We giving you content wherever we can give it to you. I'll be sitting in Chick-fil-A eating a chicken sandwich, giving you content. I'll be sitting on the swing eating a lollipop, giving you content. We give you this content. I can be sitting right now on a park bench drinking a 40, giving you content. That's how we do it. We here for y'all, man. We give y'all content wherever we at. I'll be sitting in a funeral whispering, giving you content. That's what we do. I'm just saying, whenever the news hits us or the spirit hits us, Holy Ghost style, we gonna give it to you. Straight up. Because it's tunnel vision, no rhyme, no reason. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave comments down below. Thanks for tuning in. We love you. It's been great. Have a good night. Kiss your neighbor. Peace!